Welcome to the sixth episode of the Mushroom Matrix. Today's episode is going to be a little different again. I'm going to be scrolling through the r/mushroom Reddit page. Let's get to it. Alright, so what do we got here? Anyone know what this is? Other people said lion's mane or bear's head, but not positive it's either of these since the clusters are so small. Let's take a quick look, see if we can... It looks to me just like normal lion's head. It's not coral tooth or anything like that. It's more spiny, so from my observation it looks like just small patches of lion's mane. Oh, yeah, that looks a little weird though, doesn't it? Like, it's kind of spiny like lion's mane, but that's weird. I don't know, maybe it's just lion's mane grown in different kinds of conditions that cause it to look like that, because that doesn't look like any kind of Hericium species that I've seen. I saw this on Reddit, I think it was either yesterday or the day before. It was some guy inoculated a chicken egg with Cordyceps militaris. I don't know if the egg was cooked first and then inoculated, or inoculated and I'm not 100% sure, but I just thought this was a really cool idea, because if you could essentially inoculate these eggs and then consume them afterwards, assuming that they're still edible, because obviously they might not be, you could get the benefit of both the fruiting body and the mycelium at the same time without ingesting unnecessary carbohydrates or starches. I just figured you might not be able to do this commercially, but if you were to do this for yourself, it might be a viable option. Because I'm guessing you don't have to inoculate with much culture in order to colonize just an egg, which could also be quite beneficial. I think this is I definitely got to do more research into this for sure. I also saw this the other day too. Fuck, this is insane. Imagine you go looking for mushrooms, even just normal ones, like gourmet ones, and you find an entire batch of cubes, plus this absolute fucking giant monster. Look at it! That must have been one big cow patty. Do leggy mushrooms have less nutritional value? I mean, I'm guessing growing conditions do affect medicinal compound concentration in certain mushrooms. I don't think it has an overwhelming effect, but I'm sure different conditions and different nutrients affect the output of certain compounds that may be considered medicinal. Ooh, this looks like some turkey tail, I think. See if it has the hard lines. White underbelly. It has the white outline. The hard lines. One of the big ways you can actually tell between false turkey tail and real turkey tail is if you look at the actual layers on the mushroom itself. If they're almost blended together, chances are that's a false turkey tail. If the layers are hard and separate, that most likely means that it's real turkey tail. And they could be all sorts of different colors, but usually you'll also find a white edge on the outside. Reishi loaded on hemlock behind our bus home. This would be fucking awesome. I need to go out hunting more for sure, but if I found this amount of mushroom, it doesn't matter what medicinal mushroom it is, I would love to find like a big batch of reishi or a big batch of lion's mane or even chaga. I really want chaga. I've recently been adding chaga to my coffee. Like, I would grind up a couple tablespoons and mix it in with my coffee when I make it in the morning. And it's been really, really good. I think it's extremely good for your immune system with all the vitamins and minerals. Why is my colonization taking so long? Well, I'd say from the look of it, he probably didn't mix his bag after inoculating. Because usually if you're adding any kind of grain spawn or even liquid culture, which it looked like he did, if you can see, he put a little bit of tape over it. I'm guessing it was micropore tape. Yeah, right over the injection port there. You just kind of stick the needle in the bag, put some tape over it, and what you want to do after that is you want to actually mix up the substrate. You want to, after you mix it up, you kind of want to pack it a little bit, not too tight, but just a little bit, and then after about 2 or 3 weeks, once it's about 30%-ish colonized, you want to break it up and mix it again, and usually that results in a faster, more vigorous colonization. I found these at the market, and I'm wondering if there's a way to keep them growing. Not once you separate the mushroom or the fruiting body from the actual organism itself, the mycelium that colonizes the substrate, you kind of kill them. Sometimes there can be cells that obviously you can harvest from those specimens or those fruiting bodies, and then you can continue propagating those, but usually once you pick a mushroom, they don't continue growing. Unless you, like I said, clone them. Oh, I love puffballs. I hope they have a video. Please have a video. Ah, damn it. If you guys ever find puffballs, make sure you take a video of it. Ooh. I mean, that's probably not the best way to produce a print, because you're kind of squishing the mushroom, but that looks pretty. I'd almost want to cast that in resin. Slow motion assisted spore dispersal. This is what I'm talking about. Look at that. Just in the tiny, tiny little circles, thousands, if not millions, of spores just in a small, small area. The interesting thing about these puffballs as well is they really only pop when something assists them, either by strong winds or usually it's animals that are walking through the forest. So if you ever come across them, do your due diligence and squeeze some puffballs. Alright, I think we're going to move over to another subreddit. Wow, look at that. Are those actual... Holy shit, is that actual mycelium? Those are some thick rhizomes. Oh, these are pretty. Alright, let's go to the final subreddit and see what they got over here. So this is r/rooms. So I figured this one might be a little more entertaining. The other ones were mostly just cool pictures and weird stuff. My husband is trip-sitting me and just delivered this feast. Ooh. What the fuck is that? I don't even know what that is. Looks like a bunch of cilantro on top of... What is that? I don't even know what that is. That doesn't even look like hamburger. Why does it have rings? Is that a mushroom? That would actually be a cool idea. Have like a big portobello. Fry it. And use that as a bun. You know, this really reminds me of the first time I tried mushroom chocolate. It almost kind of made me feel connected with the waves or the vibration of the universe. It was very odd. I was listening to an audiobook about quantum mechanics at the time, so I think that kind of had an effect on it, but it was a very interesting experience. Ooh, looking good. Some nice pins. Holy shit, look at that. Just took 7 grams of Jedi Mindfuck. Wish me luck. You, sir, are going to die. Or it's going to sure as hell feel that way. Usually when you take around 5 grams, you get what's called the hero's dose. And most of the time, you'll experience some kind of ego death. That basically means your ego dissolves. The boundary between reality kind of just... It's kind of hard to explain, but it's like... the way I kind of felt it, it was like I could look at my hand and I could see it was connected to my body, but it didn't feel like my hand. It was very odd, but very cool. I don't recommend that dose for everybody, though, because that can cause some serious side effects. How often is too often? I recently started taking shrooms and I've been doing 4 grams a week. Is that too much and too often? I've seen different opinions online. Some say it's okay, some say it's not. Like only for serious meditations for every month or after months. Whatever the fuck that means. I don't know if, because they all affect everybody differently. I don't know if there's one singular number or like time period you can kind of give to any one person, but I would say you probably don't want to do it any more than once every couple of months. And even at that point, you might still experience some negative side effects. Unless you're microdosing, that's kind of a different topic. But if you're going to be taking like 4 grams at one time, then I would say it would probably be a good idea to not take it that often. 4 grams a week is a little much because when you think about it, that's 4, 8, 12, 16. That's like right around 18 grams a month. That's a lot. That's a lot of mushrooms when you think about it. So I would say not that much. And definitely what PCT03 is saying, when you do that much, you experience or you gain a lot of tolerance. So it's usually not that good of an idea. What? I've been thinking about getting a kind of mushroom tattoo. I don't know of what exactly yet, but there's some pretty cool ones out there, and I really like this one. I might do some kind of design where it's like you have the substrate and then you have the fruiting bodies on top. I don't know what I would do for the substrate though. Or maybe it's like a. Maybe I have some kind of like a picture of the universe on one, like on the bottom, and have like some kind of bed of mushrooms growing out of the substrate, which is the universe. I think that'd be a cool idea. Well, I think that's going to be it for today's video. I might do more of these in the future because I kind of like going through all these different posts and looking at all the different pictures and the experiences of all the different people. So I think this is definitely a video I'm going to do again. I would also like to do another podcast soon. I'm not exactly sure when I might be doing another one of those. I would say within the next month or two. I would hope to say within the next month. I want to do like an actual face-to-face podcast. I would probably say it's going to be about a slightly different topic. Instead of lichen this time, it might be about mycelium or like the applications of mushrooms and mycelium in everyday technology, such as medicines and stuff like that. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and repost and let me know what you think in the comments.